The tragic case of Pamela Pendley Biggers. Pamela Pendley Biggers was 52 when she went missing from a hotel in Panama City Beach, Florida on the 27th of January 2008. She normally resided in Hueytown, Alabama, but had gone to Florida on business with a female co-worker where they were staying at the La Quinta Inn on Thomas Drive. Pamela retired to her room at 7 p.m. on the 27th, but was nowhere to be found at 6 a.m. the following day. Her room was left in a curious state. Despite her being missing, there were no signs of a struggle. The bed didn't look slept in. Rather, it looked as though Pamela had been reading in it, with the pillows propped against the headboard, with an open book and her glasses, which she used for reading, left on the nightstand. All her belongings had also been left behind, including her purse, money, keys, identification, clothes, phone and car. The leaving behind the belongings, although it could suggest foul play, also suggests Pamela couldn't or wouldn't have gone far without them, especially her car and money. Interestingly, though the night clerk was stationed less than 100 feet from Pamela's room, no one saw her leave. There is no mention of the hotel having surveillance. The case takes a sad turn when attention is turned to Pamela's behaviour on the day of her disappearance. She had started to act strangely, beginning to hear voices, and appeared to have conversations with people who weren't there. Pamela was under increased stress at the time as her son, a soldier, was due to be deployed in Afghanistan. At this time, her son was stationed in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and it's possible Pamela tried to travel there in order to see him. In the months after her disappearance, there were leads placing her in Mansfield, Ohio, but none of these accounts are confirmed. One of the theories is that the stress caused Pamela to develop amnesia and wander away from the hotel in a confused state, although she has no history of memory loss or going missing. There are recordings of people suffering from this condition after a psychotic break or after being under an unusual amount of stress. While sometimes they are found safe, they are equally sometimes found deceased some time after they disappeared. Currently, Pamela is listed as an endangered missing person, with foul play not being suspected in her case, but there is grave concern due to her mental state at the time, and now the amount of time that has passed without confirmed sign of her. Pamela, nicknamed Pam, was 52, 5 foot 8 inches and 135 pounds. She is a Caucasian female, with grey hair and green eyes. Pamela has a mole on her back and wears glasses for reading, though these were left behind at the hotel. She looks like, from the photos, a glamorous woman who cared about her appearance. At the time she went missing, Pamela was wearing a white sweater, black trousers with white pinstripes, a ring with an aquamarine stone and her wedding band. It is assumed these are the clothes her co-worker last saw her in, and this clothing was not left behind with the rest of her belongings. Pamela's family doctor had already suspected mental health problems at the time she went missing, but she refused to see a psychiatrist. It was thought that she could have been suffering from bipolar and or schizophrenia, both of which fit into with the unusual behaviour she had been displaying. She is already taking medication that she doesn't have with her as of her disappearance. Without this medication, she could become disorientated and have memory loss. Pamela's case, all in all, is a very sad one. She was obviously under an incredible amount of stress whilst trying to continue living a relatively normal life, working while suffering from mental health problems, and having the issue of her son's deployment. I believe, as in the main theory, that her mental health condition may have reached a peak and caused her to wander away from the hotel. Although she didn't take her car or money, this probably would have been the last thing on her mind, and she may have done anything to get to or away from something. She could have been hitchhiking or found a truck stop. Pamela could still be out there, unable to remember as much as her own name, and may have started a new life or be homeless. I hope Pamela is still alive and as safe as one can possibly be in that situation. It is another case that highlights how fragile the human mind can be and how quickly it can turn on a person. If you know anything about the disappearance or current whereabouts of Pamela, please contact the Bay County Sheriff's Office on 850-747-4700. There is a link to Pamela's Charley project page below, where most of this information came from. Please visit there to see more photos of Pamela and the sources used for this video. Thank you.